It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's all up next.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from SoFi. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The motion man here is McLaurin. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he'll have a Commander's 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44. Run here from the former Chargers. 7 seasons he played for them. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will dive into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. To return is Naheem Hines. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So, here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. 1st-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground, and he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Herbert to throw. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So, as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Conklin goes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Shotgun now for Herbert. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Herbert to the air again. That one taken in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense ready now for their second drive. They're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Robinson. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Another run here for Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel there to make the catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And some nice footwork as he spins forward for a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
On 1st down, Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly. Nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Chargers will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A sideline throw looked in by McLaurin.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. Out wide, it's McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels gonna throw again. Through the air, connecting with Debo. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing again, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Play action. Here's Daniels. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That'll be patted down and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he's not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Now, Herbert. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Second down and 3. They'll throw with Daniels. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Third and short, and it's... Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Here's Hines now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Play action now. It's Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Shotgun now for Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. To throw, it's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Harris, the man in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline. Not only
Jim Harbaugh unhappy with the officials, didn't like that call, and he throws the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
To the air again is Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Run it here with Robinson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got it at the 3. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain 1 additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Here's Robinson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So that challenge, a successful one. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Moving the tight end right. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now we're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll run.
These are the plays that just drive right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The motion man here is McClure. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I remember early in my career, Mike, this was only just starting to kind of become in vogue. Receivers would maybe get a few carries a year at most. Now, it's become commonplace throughout the NFL, and watching these results, I kind of get it. I wish we had gotten them involved as runners maybe a little bit sooner.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. And he's He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Conklin goes in motion. Now it's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Johnston motioning over. On first down, Herbert. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Throwing again, Herbert. A pass caught right side by Conklin. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Herbert to the air again. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Conklin goes in motion. Now Herbert again. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eckler on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. That's McLaurin open on the left side. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Samuel has it working the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now, 2nd and 4. Daniels gonna throw again. A sideline throw looked in by McLaurin. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Here's first down. Throwing again, Daniels. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Here is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. To the air again is Daniels. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. Okay, they get the timeout called. They've got one big play. Can they do it again? Don't go anywhere. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to force overtime. And this one running out of steam. Not enough leg to get there. No good. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.